It's a wintry wonderland. One thing I always remember about my travels to Alberta is the sideways traffic lights. Huh. Being from the Vancouver area, which is actually, I think, the warmest area in Canada, I am not used to seeing snow in early October. Very strange. This is the exact reason that I headed out so early. I didn't want to do too much driving here, but I'm gonna brave the weather today and try to see if I can't get downtown and catch a Calgary Flames game, actually. Should be fun. So I'm gonna show you guys what it's like in downtown Calgary. I've never been there myself, so it'll be a new experience. I'm now here in the heart of downtown Calgary. And when I learned that I had to take a C train to my destination, I thought it would be like a sky train in Vancouver, but no, would you look at that? It's an actual light rail transit system. That's pretty cool. Ooh. Neat.
Please transfer to a Somerset Saddledome train. Thank you.
That's some good comedy right there. I have now made it to the Stampede Grounds. I'm gonna hang out in town for a little while before it's time for the game. It's only 1 or 2 p.m. right now. But I'm absolutely loving this. Calgary is a beautiful city. I'm here on Stampede Grounds, and they got some pretty cool exhibits here. Neat. Wow, they even have a museum of grain in here. Huh. I'm here at the Scotiabank Saddledome. This is the 3rd oldest arena currently in use in the National Hockey League. For those of you who don't know, it is named because it's hard to tell from this angle, but it is a giant NHL-size arena in the shape of a saddle. It is, of course, the home of the Calgary Flames, who were founded as the Atlanta Flames in 1972 before they moved here in 1980. But this actually is not the original home of the Flames. That would actually be this. This is the Calgary Stampede Corral, which opened in the mid-1950s. But when the Flames came to Calgary in 1980, the Saddledome was in the very early stages of being built. So they put the Flames here for a couple of years. It's a much smaller arena. I think it only holds like 6,000 or 7,000 compared to the 19,000 that can fit over there. But yeah, the Calgary Flames played in there for 3 full seasons before the Saddledome could be completed in 1983. Here is, I guess, where they keep the animals during the Stampede. Looks like for the Stampede, they've even got a people mover gondola system. That's pretty neat. That's cute. They even have an old town called Weddickville, which opens up for tourists during the Stampede events. Awesome. There is the Calgary Tower, which is, I suppose, the Calgary equivalent of the Space Needle, rotating restaurant type thing. But it's certainly iconic. You see in pictures all the time. And underneath it, you find one of the coolest things about Calgary: the gas prices. It's $1.60 back home. I'm here on Stephen Avenue. I gotta keep talking as there's copyrighted music playing, and I'm gonna get a copyright strike if I don't continue talking. But I'm here on Stephen Avenue, here in downtown Calgary. And I haven't been to downtown Calgary since I was a little kid. I vaguely remember coming here a couple of times with my family. I do have some family here in Alberta and here in Calgary. So I've been here a couple of times, but not for many, many years, and I'm really enjoying it. Such a lovely place. But yeah, Stephen Street here seems to be kind of a bit of a hub here in town. Definitely got a fun vibe. Tons of advertisements here for the upcoming Grey Cup Festival next month. I guess the Grey Cup is coming to Calgary November 24th. Cool. Wish I could be in town for that. This reminds me of Granville Street in Vancouver, which is pretty much Vancouver's nightlife center. In that, well, I was about to say there's no cars allowed on this street, but that kind of defeated my point. Basically what I mean is there's no regular cars allowed. That's Canada Post truck, so I suppose it has special permissions. But yeah, typically you don't see a lot of cars running down this street. This pub here in Calgary has a wooden Lanny. Of course, Flames legend Lanny McDonald. I'm not gonna lie, I spent most of today indoors at Starbucks and whatnot because it's like 5 degrees under zero right now. Very cold, very snowy, but that's fine. I'm so thrilled to be here in Calgary, and I'm so thrilled to be here at the Scotiabank Saddledome. Like I said before, I'm a massive dork, so it's time for a history lesson. Welcome to the Scotiabank Saddledome. It opened as the Olympic Saddledome way back in 1983. It was named for the upcoming 1988 Olympic Games. And was called the Saddledome, like I said, of course, because of its odd saddle-shaped roof. It was called the Olympic Saddledome until 1995, at which point it got its first corporate sponsorship and was renamed the Canadian Airlines Saddledome. In 2000, it got a new corporate sponsorship and was called the Pengrowth Saddledome. And in 2010, it's got its most recent rename and has ever since been referred to as the Scotiabank Saddledome. Its 36-year history makes it the third oldest arena in the NHL right now. The only older arenas that the NHL uses right now are the Madison Square Garden in New York City, which opened in 1968, and the Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Long Island, which opened in 1972, and that one's only being used for select games this season. This arena is not only home to the National Hockey League's Calgary Flames, but also the Western Hockey League's Calgary Hitmen, and they have their banners up on this side. So my seats are actually way up high in the 300 section, but I'm just down here for the warm-ups. If you're ever going to an NHL game, you can actually head all the way down to the glass, regardless of where your seats are, just to see the warm-up. It's always fun for kids, as well as 23-year-old kids like me. Of course, I'm from Vancouver, so I remember the Saddledome most for Game 7 of the 1994 Western Conference quarterfinals, when Vancouver Canucks star player Pavel Bure put the puck into that net and made the Vancouver Canucks the champions of the series, beat the Calgary Flames, and the Canucks would go as far as the Stanley Cup Finals that year, but of course, they would lose to the New York Rangers in 7 games that year. Canucks have still never won a Stanley Cup championship. The Flames have us beat on that one, winning in 1989. There's Drew Doughty, LA Kings star. And there's the awesome Jonathan Quick, one of the best goalies in the NHL right now. Now, due to the fact that this building is shaped like a gigantic saddle, I am way up in the corner of it. I've got a bit of an obstruction here, so I can't see the whole scoreboard, but I can sure see the whole ice, and that's really all that matters. I was worried about this being a bit of an obstructed seat, but honestly, not that bad. I'm thrilled. I can still see the whole ice, and I'm gonna have some fun up here. It has begun. So the Kings outshot the Flames 19-2 in the first period. We'll see how it goes from here on out. This is one of my favorite things. First intermission, little kids, Timbit hockey.
Oh yeah, that's going viral. Oh yeah, you know you.
One time, I was a little kid and I played in the Vancouver Flames.
You already met.
One time I was a little kid and I played in the Ridge Meadows Flames first intermission hockey. And that was just in a tiny arena with maybe 100 people watching. It must be awesome for these little kids to play in front of 19,000 here at the Scotiabank Saddledome.
We've got Jack, Tice, Liam, Mason, Damon, Charlize, Nolan, Burke, and Octavia. Hudson's back for redemption.
Oh! Woo!
He finally buries it. Oh my goodness. 1-0 for Team Red.
They're currently reviewing the Kings' third goal tonight. We'll see what they decide.
Here with you rolling on the ice stand. That was a good goal.
3-0 Kings. And they tied it. 3-3 tie with 1:04 left. And this game is going to overtime. Overtime has begun. Kings win. And that will do it. Kings score just 50 seconds into overtime, and they'll win this one 4-3. But at least the Flames get a point out of this game. For some reason, I'm not really sure. I haven't followed anything so far this season, but Flames fans here have been booing Drew Doughty every time he's touched the puck, and he's the one who scored in overtime, so Flames fans are not happy here tonight.
The table for the score says please start the game. Coming up next.
Alright, so that'll do it. Kings beat the Flames 4-3 in overtime. Thankfully, I'm from Vancouver, so I don't care. Thanks so much for watching. Check out the description for a full list of all my upcoming concert dates. I am a professional musician, for those who don't know. I will be performing here in Calgary at the Kingside Pub this coming Thursday. But yeah, for all the upcoming performances, check out the description. Also in the description is a link to where you can find my music, where it's sold or streamed online. Like this video if you liked what you saw, subscribe to my channel if you've been enjoying my videos, and you can even ring the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video, which should be tomorrow and every day for the foreseeable future. Thanks for watching. Had a fun time here in Calgary today, and I'll catch you again tomorrow. See you then.